taken to a square in Shiraz, Iran, under the cloak of night. After months of torture and imprisonment, they were mass executed without the knowledge of their families. One was 17. Most were in their 20s. Their crime was their belief in a faith that promoted gender equality, absent and criminalized in Iran, justice and truthfulness. They were hanged one by one, each forced to watch the next woman's death, in a harrowing attempt to coerce them into renouncing their faith. None did. Their story, however, is not over. It was a chapter in the unfolding story of Iranian women, resilience and sacrifice for equality. Following that tragic event, and for the 4 decades that followed, hundreds more Baha'i women were persecuted, facing discrimination both as women and as Baha'is, imprisoned, tortured, and executed. Baha'i women serving in positions of influence in the country were dismissed from their jobs, arrested or killed. Those left to live were barred from universities, public employment, and virtually all aspects of social life. Today, in the blood, tears, and wounds of thousands of young women in Iran fighting for equality, we can see the legacy of the 10 women of Shiraz, whose tragic death touched the lives of many. We see the same spirit, the same choice being made, to stand up for principles of justice and equality at any cost, even one's life. Though mistreated and imprisoned, today's women, just like those before them, are bravely and joyously sacrificing their all to live in a more prosperous Iran. The Baha'i international community has now launched a global campaign called Our Story is One, to honor the executed women and the long struggle for equality lived by women of all faiths in Iran for more than 4 decades, which continues to this day. The campaign aims to demonstrate that despite the Iranian government's efforts to sow discord and hate between groups, that our story is a shared one. In reflecting on the subject of freedom, we are remembering a woman who in the mid-19th century here in the United States of America took steps and championed the cause of women's rights. That's right, dear friends, that's Susan B. Anthony. She fought so tirelessly that Amendment 19 is actually named after her. Many people refer to it as the Susan B. Anthony Amendment. She simultaneously fought in anti-slavery movements. At the same time, on the other side of the world, in the country of Iran, a poetess, a heroine, a woman of great character by the name of Tahireh, Pure One, rose up and in the company of many, many men in a conference called Bahá'ís, unveiled herself and demanded equality and justice and emancipation for women. And so began the journey of liberation for the women of Iran. Dear friends, our program will pay homage to the tireless work of so many women that history names one by one, and whose shoulders we stand on. They are and were our mothers, our sisters, our friends, our wives, and their names must be remembered by history, and their stories must be told. Let's begin our journey. Welcome, dear friends.
Immerse yourselves in the ocean of my word, that ye may unravel its secrets and discover all the pearls of wisdom that lie here in its depth. Meditation is the key for opening the doors of mysteries. In that state, man abstracts himself. In that state, man withdraws himself from all outside objects. In that subjective mood, he is immersed in the ocean of spiritual life and can unfold the secrets of things in themselves. This faculty of meditation frees man from the animal nature, discerns the reality of things, puts man in touch with God. This faculty brings forth from the invisible plane the sciences and arts. Through the meditative faculty, inventions are made possible. Colossal undertakings are carried out. Through it, governments can run smoothly. Through this faculty, man enters into the very kingdom of God.
You cannot stop the emancipation of women. Pyre.
10 nightingales. 10 nightingales warbled a message of love. Young fledglings they taught to soar high above. So high that their hunters felt fear abound. For their power did lie in the dust of the ground. Thus the songbirds were caged, a one-sided war, unrestrained cruelty, till they warbled no more. But little they knew, these nightingales' souls could not be restrained by earthly control. Their souls now fly free. It is us who are caged. But their stories of courage strengthen our wings for change.
Divine justice demands that the rights of both sexes should be equally respected, since neither is superior to the other in the eyes of heaven. Dignity before God depends not on sex, but on purity and luminosity of heart. Human virtues belong equally to all. Abdul Baha from Paris Talks.
If I could live another century, I do so want to see the fruition of the work for women in the past century. There is so much yet to be done. I see so many things I would like to do and say, but I must leave it for the younger generation. We old fighters have prepared the way, and it is easier than it was 50 years ago when I first got into the harness. The young blood, fresh with enthusiasm, and with all the enlightenment of the 20th century, must carry on the work. Susan B. Anthony.
It is my hope that the banner of equality may be raised throughout the 5 continents, where as yet it is not fully recognized and established. In this enlightened world of the West, woman has advanced an immeasurable degree beyond the women of the Orient. And let it be known once more that until woman and man recognize and realize equality, social and political progress, here or anywhere, will not be possible. For the world of humanity consists of 2 parts or members. One is woman, the other is man. Until these 2 members are equal in strength, the oneness of humanity cannot be established, and the happiness and felicity of mankind will not be a reality. God willing, this is to be so. Abdul Baha from the Promulgation of Universal Peace.
A feminist is anyone who recognizes the equality and full humanity of women and men. Gloria Steinem.
There we all were, rich and poor, society women and working girls, teachers, stenographers, shirtwaist makers, actresses, mothers, saleswomen, Catholic and Protestant, Jew and Gentile, black and white, German, French, Pole, and Italian, all there, gathered together by one great common interest. The old sun that shone down upon us that day had never witnessed on this planet such a leveler of fortune, station, country, and religion. The petty jealousies and envies had fallen away for a period from all us women gathered there that day. And the touch of our joined hands inspired and thrilled. Not far in front of me, in the live of March, there was a poor old half-witted woman who became the target of jibes and jeers. I felt a fierce protection of her. Behind me were dozens of others who were smiled or laughed by the ridiculing spectators. I felt protection for them all. Here we come, I felt like saying. Here we come 1,000 strong, all alike, no one higher than another. Here we come in quest. We come in quest of a broader vision and a bigger life. We come shoestrings dragging, skirts impeding, wind disheveling, holding on to inappropriate headgear, feathers awry, victims of old-time convictions, unadapted to modern conditions, amateur marchers, poorly uninformed. But here we come. Just count us. Here we come. You'll forget the shoestrings after you've watched a mile of us. You'll forget the conspicuous fanatics among us. Every movement has its lunatic fringe, somebody has said. You'll forget the funny remarks, the jokes of newsboys, and the humorous man who stood beside. After your legs begin to feel stiff and weary, and still we keep coming. Squad upon squad, band upon band, banner upon banner. As I walked that day with all my sisters, I felt for the first time in my life the inspiration of cooperation. It flashed across me that the picture of the wheel with the wings was as untrue as it was impossible. I had a mistake. I was not that sort of wheel. I wasn't superfluous. I was a tiny little wheel with cogs. I was set in a big and tremendous machine, life. And beside her were other wheels, which in their turn fitted into other cogs and more and larger wheels. And to make life run smoothly, we all must work together, each quietly turning his own big or small circumference, as he had been fashioned. Alone, nothing could be accomplished. Wings indeed, fairy tales. Cogwheels must mesh. Human beings must cooperate. From The Fifth Wheel by Olive Higgins, Prague, 1960.
House Resolution 492, condemning the persecution of the Bahá'ís in Iran, passed by the House of Representatives on September 12th by a vote of 412 to 2 in an overwhelming show of bipartisanship. It referenced the execution of the 10 Baha'i women in Shiraz 40 years ago and is an important part of the Our Story as One campaign. The chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Representative Michael McCall, made a strong statement of support recorded on the floor of the House of Representatives, as did another member of the committee, Representative Madeline Dean. Representative Jan Chachovsky, who introduced the resolution, issued a press release highlighting congressional unity in condemning such grave human rights abuses.
Gender equality is more than a goal in itself. It is a precondition for meeting the challenge of reducing poverty, promoting sustainable development, and building good governance. Kofi Annan.
This song is dedicated to the 10 Baha'i women who were executed on June 18th, 1983 in Shiraz, Iran, simply because of their faith, and to all who work for gender equality in Iran and around the world. No force on earth can stop an idea whose time has come, and ever since the beginning of time, no night in history can stop the rise of the sun. Every page, every chapter, every word, every letter has a purpose in the book. Our story is one, from the page to the tongue. The words and the lyrics of a song aren't alive until the melody's sung. I sing on that night in Shiraz, 10 women as one, standing up for justice and equality. What a sight as she rose in the dark of the night, like a sun for the ones who have eyes to see. What was their crime? Teaching children to love all of humanity. What if that was me? What if that was me?
The struggle is long, the one we will overcome. For in the pain and the sacrifice, the glory is won. The light of this spirit is bright as the sun. We honor the name, our story is one.
It's not. You earned the most exalted title of a martyr with your daughter, wouldn't honor. Nose rock, a faith in God that would guarantee that this cause will see ultimate victory. Tolerate through the torment and torture that you endured. You kept the spirit and heart so pure, sovereign, so devoted with a heart like gold. Now your name this world like a falcon in the breeze, soaring heavenly. So me, even in the face of death, you kept smiling, cause your spirit knew the silver lining. Boy, you had the vision too, welcomed what the villain would do. Mona kissed the rope as her life was severed, now their spirits live forever, yeah.
The struggle is long, but one we will overcome. For in the pain and the sacrifice, the glory is won. The light of their spirit is bright as the sun. We honor the name, our story is won.
Turn back to the beginning of the book. In the sight of God, men and women have always been equal. Take a look in the pages of our history. Any lack of progress for women was the result of lack of opportunity, often put in place by men. And these systems of patriarchy are still causing oppression, trying to silence their voice and take away their choice and deny their human rights. So we continue the fight as we enter into a new chapter, where the theme is gender equality at a level that we've never had. Turn the page and remember that you are an actor in the spiritual drama, ready to reach a climax where men and women are equally strong, like two wings of a bird can't fly on our own. Need both for humanity to soar. We are one till we reach gender equality. The story isn't done, no.
The struggle is long, but one we will overcome. For in the pain and the sacrifice, the glory is won. The light of their spirit is bright as the sun. We honor the name, our story is won. The struggle is long, but one we will overcome. For in the pain and the sacrifice, the glory is won. The light of their spirit is bright as the sun. We honor the name, our story is won. What if that was you? What if that was you?
No country can ever truly flourish if it stifles the potential of its women and deprives itself of the contribution of half its citizens. Michelle Obama.
The emancipation of women, the achievement of full equality between the sexes, is essential to human progress and the transformation of society. Inequality retards not only the advancement of women, but the progress of civilization itself. The persistent denial of equality to 1/2 of the world's population is an affront to human dignity. National Spiritual Assembly of the Bahá'ís of the United States, from Two Wings of a Bird, 1997.
If women are expected to do the same work as men, we must teach them the same things. Plato.
To my sisters miles away, in the homeland, the motherland, how you die upon for dust. Our blood runs the same, our trails not. Your hearts are strong, my heart cannot. My heart cannot even fathom the pain as such. It aches for my sisters, my mothers, my daughters. With decades of repression, ablaze with endurance, yearning with patience, uniting for emancipation.
Nobel Prize laureate and human rights activist Narges Mohammadi, in support of the Our Story is One campaign, called the execution of Baha'i women a revelation of the true nature of the tyrannical, misogynistic, religious government of Iran, and emphasized the responsibility of the society in this regard, as reported by Voice of America, June 20th, 2023.
The world of humanity has two wings. One is women and the other men. Not until both wings are equally developed can the bird fly. Should one wing remain weak, flight is impossible. Not until the world of women becomes equal to the world of men in the acquisition of virtues and perfections can success and prosperity be attained as they ought to be. Abdul Baha.
Measure her rights and duties by the unerring standard of moral being, and then the truth will be self-evident. That whatever it is morally right for a man to do, it is morally right for a woman to do. I recognize no rights but human rights. I know nothing of men's rights and women's rights. For in Jesus Christ, there is neither male nor female. It is my solemn conviction that until the principle of equality is recognized and embodied in practice, the Church can do nothing effectual for the permanent reformation of the world. Angelina Brinke Weld, 1837.
I raise my voice not so I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. We cannot succeed when half of us are held back. Malala Yousafzai.
Feminism isn't about making women stronger. Women are already strong. It's about changing the way the world perceives that strength. J.D. Anderson.
Reverence for and protection of motherhood have often been used as justification for keeping women socially and economically disadvantaged. It is this discriminatory and injurious result that must change. Great honor and nobility are rightly conferred on the station of motherhood and the importance of training children. The great challenge facing society is to make social and economic provisions for the full and equal participation of women in all aspects of life, while simultaneously reinforcing the critical functions of motherhood. The elimination of discrimination against women is a spiritual and moral imperative that must ultimately reshape existing legal, economic, and social arrangements. Promoting the entry of greater number of women in positions of prominence and authority is a necessary but not sufficient step in creating a just social order. Without fundamental changes in the attitudes and values of individuals, and in the underlying ethos of social institutions, full equality between women and men cannot be achieved. A community based on partnership, a community in which aggression and the use of force are supplanted by cooperation and consultation, requires the transformation of the human heart. Men have an inescapable duty to promote the equality of women. The presumption of superiority by men thwarts the ambition of women and inhibits the creation of an environment in which equality may reign. The destructive effects of inequality prevent men from maturing and developing the qualities necessary to meet the challenges of the new millennium. As long as women are prevented from attaining their highest possibilities, the Baha'i writings state, so long will men be unable to achieve the greatness which might be theirs. It is essential that men engage in careful, deliberate examination of attitudes, feelings, and behavior deeply rooted in cultural habit. That block the equal participation of women and stifle the growth of men. The willingness of men to take responsibility for equality will create an optimum environment for progress. When men own the equality of women, there will be no need for them to struggle. National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of the United States, from The Two Wings of a Bird, 1997.
It's a lonely path, but I'm not alone. My story will be known in the face of every heart made of stone. This heart still rages on with love. They took us away so our voices could die. They feared the day the world would hear it girls cry. Our story is one, one, one. Our story is one. Our story is one, one, one. Our story is one. The season of my life has passed, but from above I'm fighting to make yours last. So pick up your pen, 'cause that's your soul. Pave the road of the future, word by word. You don't know my face, but we are the same. My strength is with you when you carry our chains. Our story is one, one, one. Our story is one. Our story is one, one, one.
Your pain is my pain. One day a girl's freedom will reign. What an incredible, incredible journey we just took together. Did you know that the ribbons you were just handed signify many things, different circles of friends that you are in, but today they were given out as a symbol of emancipation and empowerment of women. So wear them with pride, friends. I hope you all got that. Did you also know that today we are blessed to be witnessing and listening to 4 original songs composed and written for this beautiful campaign? And we are blessed to have 3 of those lyricists and artists in the house with us today. More to come, more to come. So the artwork, I need to tell you, that you saw in all the slides were part of this beautiful campaign. You see, when the Baha'i international community, by the order of the Universal House of Justice, the National Spiritual Assembly, embarked on this campaign, it was decided to allow the world to pour in with their art, with their music, with whatever they could, to allow the world to hear the story, and that our stories are indeed one. So those were blessings that were submitted from around the world. If you are interested in any of them, please visit the website. Our story is one. So our journey continues. Thank you, beautiful Juliet, for that wonderful piano piece. Today is such a labor of love, dear friends, and next we will enjoy another original piece by our wonderful Jean Clemente. Jean Clemente will be accompanied by some of our youth, and I need to tell you that this community, Baha'i community of San Clemente, is blessed to have Jean as our in-house artist. She is an incredible woman of all traits. She's a wonderful mathematician. She's an incredible musician, singer, songwriter, and she has a soft spot for the young people of the world. So this is their creation. Enjoy. I'm so sorry, Jinjun. It's very important to say why Bahá'ís up there. He is aging in reverse. This is true. However, he is the wonderful animator. I'm going to get choked up. He is the wonderful animator who has been spending days and years of his life with these young folks, armies of them, who throughout the years have come and gone, and who are members of our society, better ones at that, because of this man's hard work. And I don't want to put the spotlight on him, but my God, he deserves it. So that's what he's doing up there.
Would I sacrifice myself?
Please don't go. Stay right there. Thank you, dear team. This was such a labor of love. We know how hard you've worked on this. Thank you so much. Can the crowd on the stage please introduce themselves? Just tell us your names. Mia. Luke. Victoria.
I'm Isabella.
Lily.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Lily and Bella, for this wonderful program. Thank you all so much. Thank you, dear team. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Can you believe there's more? And now our journey of music continues. I'm trying to calm myself from that. Now, many of you who have been in the Los Angeles, Orange County area know of our beautiful Tara Ellis. She is, I can't tell you, her bio is so humble. It's written with such humility, but this is all she wanted to share. That's all she wanted to share. So here it goes. Tara Ellis is a singer-songwriter residing in the Los Angeles area for the past 20 years, currently nestled in the mountains of Monrovia. She drove all the way from there this morning. She's originally from a small town in Oregon, where she raised animals and found her voice by singing to them every day. Lucky animals. She has released, I know, it's going to keep going. She has released several albums ranging from 90s pop, folk, a children's album, and most recently an album called Heartstrings that she describes as ditties, which are spiritual affirmations put into melody. She is also a mother of 3 wonderful children, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 20-year-old. She loves, 20-year-old. She loves cooking and is a licensed cosmetologist. She's a self-described Jane of all trades and conscientiously stays busy with all the things that she loves. She says, quote, "I want to live my life in ceremony, connecting with myself, the earth, and the human race through music and song," says Miss Tara Ellis. Please, let's give her the warmest of welcome.
Good afternoon, friends. Oh, so good to see your faces. What a beautiful program. I'm just feel really full of gratitude in this moment. So, wow. Not a lot to say on that, but just a lot to feel. So we're gonna just plow through this little set that I have for you. And I always start off with this because it warms up my voice a little bit. It might actually warm up your voice a little bit if you know it. And it's a beautiful quote by Abdul Baha that says, "Where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, and there is always time." It's the truth. Where there is love, where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, nothing is too much trouble. Where there is love, you know it. Where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, nothing is too much trouble, and there is always time, there is always time. There is always time. Where there is love, where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, nothing is too much trouble. Where there is love, where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, nothing is too much trouble. There is always time. 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 You guys sound good. Bubak mentioned this album that I put out called, I actually put it wrong in the bio, my bad. It's called Heart Songs. Heartstrings, heart songs. We're all just trying to stay in the heart these days. It's called Heart Songs, and they were just little ditties that came in at the oddest times. One time I was swimming in a pool, and I was looking around at all these people, and some people would make eye contact and others would not. And so I just was like, let's look at each other. And so this little ditty came in. It goes like this. From your eyes, show me a smile. Let it flow deeper than the Nile. When life gets too hard to do, show me a smile and you'll come back to you. Right? From your eyes, show me a smile. Let it flow deeper than the Nile. When life gets too hard to do, show me a smile and you'll come back to you. Right? So, anyways, there's a bunch of those I'm going to scatter throughout the program. There's a Baha'i writing that says, be a light in the darkness, be a heart to the heartless. Oh, jeez. When the world has lost its meaning, be the one who still goes on believing. That's the goal. That's my goal. Chuck it down the stairs one more time. Innocence is taken here. I get it. I got it. I know it. Do you know fear stands for false evidence appearing real? I mean, guess what, guys? It's not real. But it feels really real. It feels really big. So I wrote a heart song, a little ditty that goes, what you fear, you feed, my dear. So gather up the crumbs. The more you know, the more you let go. It's freedom for everyone. Again, what you fear, you feed, my dear. So gather up the crumbs. The more you know, the more you let go. It's freedom for everyone. Right? I think I wrote that one like walking my daughter to school. You know what I mean? Like we're walking and she's like telling me all the things she's freaking out about. She's only 10, but you know, it's real. And it just came because we're so precious. 10-year-olds are so precious, and so are you, and you, and you, and you, and you. I also understand that we all can get off track a little bit. But you know what? Who moved out of the light? If you're not in the light, who moved? God never moved. The Creator never moved. It's always there. And you just gotta step right back into it. Right? Awareness is everything. Once you know that you're off your path or out of alignment with what you know is true in your heart, you just get back on. So easy. I like to tell everybody, look to the signs ahead. Watch that speed you're going. You don't want to end up dead, no. And I'm not talking about your body. I'm not talking about your car. I'm talking about that road of life that can lead you far. Some disasters you can't see them a mile away. Other disasters you don't see them until you fall down into a big dark hole. I know that I can walk myself right back. Yeah, I can walk myself right back. I kinda took myself just a little off track, but I can walk myself right back. Yeah, I can walk myself right back. It's all about cleaning the system, keep yourself aware. It's all about following your laws and taking the steps and not being scared. No. Some disasters you can see them a mile away. Other disasters you don't see them until you fall down into a big dark hole. But I know that I can walk myself right back. Yeah, I can walk myself right back. I kinda took myself just a little off track, but I could walk myself right back. Yeah, I can walk myself right back. Yeah. There's another heartstring that I wrote when I was in the forest, at like a little cabin. where I wish I could be every day. But also, we got to be in the world, so here's that. But it was kind of chilly, so me and the kids were outside a lot, but I knew I just had to get outside and get on the earth. And it's at some Airbnb, so like the grounds look really nice. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I love to clean, and I love to pick up stuff, and I kind of have to touch everything, it's a thing. So I was outside and I'm like, what can I do? Everything looks so clean. But I just got down to the tree and just started removing like some old leaves and like little branches and just started clearing the space around the tree. And then this little ditty came in. This little ditty. It goes like this. When you remove the debris, it allows you to actually see if you need water, if you need sunlight, or if you should let it be. When you remove the debris and get to what you can't see, the pain and the sorrow are only to borrow. You decide when you are free. When you remove the debris. Again, when you remove the debris, it allows you to actually see if you need water, if you need sunlight, or if you should let it be. When you remove the debris and get to what you can't see, the pain and the sorrow are only to borrow. You decide when you are free. When you remove the debris. I don't know what I'm doing, but you know what? It just works.
Keep doing it.
It works. My poor kids are like, oh, Mom, are you singing another thing to us about dishes? And I'm like, yeah. It's fine. I mean, it's a spiritual act. Yeah, it's pretty good in the house. Light of the world. This is a cable. Okay, so those of you that know the prophet founder of the Baha'i Faith, Baha'u'llah, know of the prophet founder of the Baha'i Faith, Baha'u'llah. We just celebrated, 200 years of his coming. I'm not going to get it right, but anyways, 200 years ago, a big thing happened, and we just celebrated it. And I wrote a song about it. Ask a Baha'i. If you want more further detail, or go find the truth for yourself, because that's what, we don't have clergy, we don't have priests, we don't have, guess what, you're on your own. But you're never really alone, because God is always with you, but do a little research. See what you find. It's pretty awesome. So I wrote this song about Baha'u'llah, but also, come on, I really believe that there's a piece of God in all of us. There's a piece of Christ in all of us, of Buddha, Muhammad, Zoroaster, Baha'u'llah. It's in there. So this is actually to all of us. I was at the park with my children. This is how they came in. This is how these little ditties came in. It's good to have a backstory. Because I'm just doing my everyday, regular, like I'm a mom, I'm a thing, and all this stuff. And yet, if you're listening, information's coming in. And it's not in here, it's in here. So I'm at the park, just letting them play, feeling heavy, feeling the weight of the world on my shoulders. All right? It's real. And I'm just like, I don't know if I'm really supposed to carry this. I don't know if this is mine. Where can I put it? Who can I give it to that wouldn't burden another? And then this little ditty showed up, and it goes like this. I won't carry you, not another day or two. The only thing that I can do is give you back to God. Feet on the ground, hand in the sky. All my angels give high fives. The only weight that I'll take will lead me back to you. I won't carry you, there it is, not another day or two. The only thing that I can do is give you back to God. Feet on the ground, hand in the sky. All my angels give high fives. The only weight that I'll take will lead me back to you. Okay. Couple more. Are the ones when I love the most.
Shine on me your light. Hey! My best days are the ones when I love the Lord.
Okay, yeah. You gotta love, you gotta receive love, you gotta give love, receive love. It's just like a constant transaction. Okay, easy, right? Easy, breezy. I speak a lot about the heart because it's really a place that I want to live more and not too much in the intellect. We need that intellect. So we really need the heart. So, actually, I don't remember how this little ditty came out, but it came out. And it goes like this. Have you looked inside your heart today? Is it an empty room, no time, no space? Is it free from all that leads astray? Have you looked inside your heart today? Have you looked inside your heart today? Is it an empty room, no time, no space? Is it free from all that leads astray? Have you looked inside your heart today? Hey. All right. So I'm gonna wrap it up with this song. We're all here. Gosh, again, what a beautiful program. I don't know. There's not a dry eye. I don't even know if I have makeup on after this program, so who cares? But I did write a song for this campaign. Our story is one. And yeah, I just think we're going to keep bringing this up, talking about it, demanding balance. It's just balance we're asking for, It's just evening the scales, and we all win. So, see how this goes. All we wanted was to be one. We are all rays of one sun, captured and beaten. They hope for our defeat. Nothing could convince them. Our story was complete. is what they demonstrate.
I really want to thank two of our other wonderful artists. I don't know what to call them because they're lyricists, they're artists. I want them to come up. We have Nava in the house. You saw her video. I want her to please come up. Our wonderful Jean Quinn. Please join us on the stage. These three women who are the movers and the shakers. We thank you for all you give to the world. Thank you. We want to honor you and thank you for your contribution to this most important campaign. Thank you. Can we please ask our wonderful Julia to join us on the stage? Beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Friends, special day, indeed one that we will all remember. And thank you for being a part of it and contributing to this program and for what this campaign means and what it will continue to mean. So now, as Tara said, it's time for reflection. It's time for me to find out where my place is in all of this, right? And for the song to continue playing. Thank you all very much. Okay, now, the barcodes that you saw. There was a slide that had all sorts of barcodes. Those are very important statements on women's rights and equality and justice, on all that is important put out by the Baha'i international community. In the other room, you will have the opportunity to scan those. Please do so. Those statements are of so much importance. And dear friends, don't forget to visit our lending library in the back. Now, lunch, as always, is an important part of this, right? And lunch today is on us. So go out there and enjoy yourselves. However, we want to ask, there are two beautifully set tables. They're exactly alike. Don't table hop, please. They're the same. And there can be two lines on either side of each table, okay? And let's leave the talking and the conversations for when we sit down. So let's go through the lines as fast as we can. We love you so dearly. And please go through that door. Thank you for being a part of our Story as One program today.